All be there. We've all been there, we get it, Tate.
Morally.
I'm such a super fan that I don't remember the riddle.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. Hi, I'm Abby.
Hi, I'm Georgia.
Welcome back to Paperback Confessions. Today we are going to be straight into contemporary romance, so talking about our unhinged ways that we would get the MMC to fall in love with us. We're going to be talking ugly love for that. And then Romantasy Reality Check, we're going to be deep diving into ACOTAR.
If you couldn't tell from the waterfall that I have brought back today by, I would say popular demand, but no one's asked for it. No one's cared. But Tamlin's tears are still here, so we're all good.
They are.
As long as we've got a bottle of Tamlin's tears, it's a good day.
It's
we're
always
happy.
good.
So yeah, we're gonna go straight into it, I guess, with Ugly Love.
So Ugly Love, we'll try and not give too many spoilers. Main character is Tate. She moves in with her brother Corbin, who is a pilot and has a lot of pilot friends, Miles being one of them. She starts to spend quite a bit of time with Miles because Miles is around the apartment a lot, being friends with Corbin. Miles seems to have quite a strained family life from what we can tell at the start of the book, hence why he spends Thanksgiving with Tate's family. And that's kind of where it all kicks off. And it's very much a will they, won't they. Miles has a lot of trauma in his past, which kind of influences his emotions and feelings towards Tate and the relationship as a whole. And by the end of the book, we're kind of really rooting for Tate and Miles to kind of end up together. Won't tell you what happens. Read the book if you want to find out.
An important kind of spoiler, but it's not that relevant, so I don't think you cry about it, is the night that she moves in, she finds some random drunk guy outside of Corbin's apartment where she needs to get into. It turns out that is our MMC Miles. Mm-hmm. So she is not impressed with the state that she meets him in. Yeah. He has a bit of a cry and he doesn't remember anything the next day. And I say that because that is relevant to how the hell I am handling this situation. So you need the content. Yeah, I guess I'll leave with that then, because that is kind of my tactic, if you will. And I mean, look, we are talking unhinged things here. We're not interested in that. I would smile it in. I would flirt. We get it, okay? But I don't want to batter your self-esteem, and I don't want to batter your guy's self-esteem, but he is not looking twice at me unless I do something drastic. I have to make this man obsessed with me, keep me on his mind till he's questioning, do I like her? Because I'm thinking about her all the time, when really I've just manipulated him into doing so. So I would, when he comes in the next day, basically as he does in the book, and is saying like, did we hook up last night? Because he was completely wasted and doesn't remember.
Yeah, absolutely shit-faced.
And yeah, I would be like, I just wouldn't answer. I'd just be really like, well, guess you'll never know. I just would be very like secretive about it, because I think that instantly gets his back up, right? Yeah. That instantly, he's really trying to remember me in the previous night, which is, I'm not saying that we did hook up. I'm not confirming false narratives here. I'm just saying, if you don't remember what happened, that's on you. Like, that's not my problem.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been drunk.
When really I'm like, he's attractive. Like, I want his attention, but at the same time, I'm playing it cool. I'm playing a bit sassy. And eventually, I think it would play in his mind and eat him up so much that he would try and ask me again. And I'd be like, I personally think it's quite offensive that you think I would hook up with you in that state. I would go for a man that looks like that in that position.
And also offensive that you think I would do that as well.
Yeah, like you were crying, hon. It was not attractive. It was not a fun time. I'd really like overplay it like you clearly have issues. Like, you really have issues and you need to just leave me alone. And then he'd be really curious, I think, about me then, because he'd be like, I just wanted to like me like it's my best friend's sister, and I don't want animosity. So he'd already want to get on with you even if he didn't like you, but then now he feels like he has to make something up to you because he's offended you. So I just think I'm on his mind all the time then, even if it's not because he finds me attractive. So I just think that's my way in, that's my segue. And then there's also the forbidden element of being his best friend's sister that's forbidden anyway.
He does like a forbidden love. You would know if you've not read the book. If you have read the book, the flashback chapters,
Literally.
and the fact that Tate is his bestie's sister.
And I think it makes it instantly more a bit spicy, a bit more intriguing. And then if you are like kind of using those tactics as your way in, I just think he is like kind of obsessed with getting answers. Then he's obsessed with getting you on side, to the point that then he starts to notice you are a bit attractive, and then why don't you like him, or why don't you like him back? It's kind of that push pull that you're in control of it all. And I know it's maybe not morally the best way to go about things, and it's maybe not morally the best answer, but if you're asking me my unhinged tactics,
we're not saying she's really going to do this, guys, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm in the right in this situation, but if you were asking me the tactical unhinged method, there you go.
That's what you do.
Take it as it is.
I would also say is there's a level of unhingedness to Tate as well.
Yeah, I'm only embodying what's already there.
Because at the end of the day, like, she enters into this agreement with Miles that there's no strings attached, there's no emotion involved, she can't fall for him. She keeps on going back to him, believing that he is gonna eventually fall in love with her. So, I think for me,
you're going a different tactic.
I'm sticking with the unhinged tactic that Tate's got, because I think there's a level of that. But what I would also say is, if we think about Miles's past love interest and Tate, they're both described relatively similar in the book. So they both are dark haired. So I would be hitting the hairdressers up, and this would be going brunette.
So were they brunettes in the book?
Yeah.
See, this is why Abby's good with the details. I overlooked this, and I thought he would find me attractive, but blonde, clearly not. So I think that is a pretty good way in. Actually, I'm pretty impressed we've come up with that.
Yeah, and then I would just have to faith that entering into the unhinged, like, no strings attached would
work out.
Yeah, lock him in. Eventually.
To be fair, aren't we all delusional? We've probably all been in that situation.
We've all been
there. We've all been there. We get it, Tate. We're all with you on that one. Solidarity and all.
Yeah.
But do you know what? I actually think we both get a point this week, and I think we both get a point because I don't think. I think both approaches have the problems. I think both aren't enough on their own, but actually,
I think it's difficult with the fact that Miles is so unemotionally available or emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
Like, how do you fix that problem?
And also, Colleen Hoover doesn't really go into much detail between the drunken state in the hallway when you first meet him to Thanksgiving, where all of a sudden his mind is just he's just willing to go along. No strings attached, but like it's like 0 to 100. You don't get the context of ever what in that specific moment changed his mind. I think give us a little hint of what he was looking for, why then. I think this is quite a difficult book actually you're not working with a lot, are you really?
No, it's really hard, I think, to emotionally connect with both characters.
I think, as you say, I do think she did play it a little bit keen at parts.
Oh, definitely.
That might have put him off. Maybe if you think, I think the man always finds it more attractive when he thinks you don't find, like, you aren't getting it, and he's like...
There was no hard to get, was there? She was just straight away immediately agreeing to a no strings attached.
You've got to let them chase you a little bit, I think, to draw them in.
The chase was the car ride to Thanksgiving, but when they were like nudging each other
Short-lived.
in the car and like looking at each other in the central mirror, like, all right, hon.
Yeah, there was not much chasing. We're doing like a 20-metre relay here, aren't we? We're not really getting into it, but I think that's the only combination this week actually realistically works, and it probably doesn't make you the best person if you go into these lengths. But we've all been there, ladies. I'm not judging if you have done this.
Yeah,
not judging too hard. But this is one where I think we actually are really interested in hearing your guys' approaches to this one.
Because we were kind of stumped, like, what would you guys say?
Yeah, I think it's a hard one, but when we pick the books, we want to honour them. Like, some of them aren't going to be easy, some of them aren't going to be the obvious answer, and I'm going to take a lot of soul searching, a lot of digging. How comfortable are we going beyond this line? But the point is Unhinged edition, so throw it at us.
Yeah.
We are more than happy when it comes to the upcoming episodes to go through yours, and if you come up with something good, then we will give you the points and the credit, because
give you time.
We're scraping the barrel on this one. But I think, to be fair, to say we're scraping the barrel, we have come up with something that is logical to get his attention.
Morally questionable.
Yeah, but Unhinged, guys, channel your inner psychopath. I'm not ashamed.
We got to do it. We're about to question our morality as well when it comes to the ACOTAR reality check as well.
So, what is it? Would have thrown it all to the wind today. Why not?
We've discussed our Unhinged theories for how we would get the MMC to like us in a contemporary romance. We're now going to go through our next Romantasy Reality Check. We did this for Ep3 with Fourth Wing. We're now going to do it with another Romantasy classic, ACOTAR. George has got a water bottle here.
Yeah, I get bonus points because I've got Tamlin's tears.
Paying homage. Yeah, this is your get out of jail.
Yeah, I'm cashing it in, okay? It's the only way I'm getting through book one.
Defo. I don't think I'm even getting through book one, if I'm honest.
I'm such a super fan that I don't remember the riddle. You don't need to do a summary for you. If you don't know, get to know. That's all I'm going to say on the plot summary. Like,
it's a modern classic. It's up there with...
Yeah, this should be compulsory literature for all
A-level
teenage girls to read. To be honest, it's a revolutionary in itself. This was my Bible. ACOTAR was my Bible before Fourth Wing, okay? It was a revolutionary experience. It changed my life. And I'm not going to explain it to you. You need to go and experience it.
Yeah.
And you need to pause this and come back once when you know you know.
So if we're talking this through, you just need we're trusting that you guys already know what's going on.
This needs no spoiler warning, but we did remember to say that, so we get the points we're learning. We're doing so well.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, I mean, look, we're poverty stricken. Our family are relying on us. For some reason, we have ended up the dependent, which, to be honest, if it's me, I'm not happy about that. I don't know about you. Yeah, literally. Can someone else pull a finger out? Is this a joke? So it's not a great start. So we are pretty desperate. I think that's the preface. We're going out again. Same old, hunting for food.
Yeah.
The battle with the wolf. I don't think it's going well for me.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of archery experience. I've got very, school trips, minimal.
Yeah.
Didn't go well, and I just don't back it. I just think I'm too nervous and shaking, and to aim it right, and then also to follow through. I don't know, I think I'd really struggle with this one. I don't know.
I think I would be okay with it. Obviously, from a moral perspective, it's cutting it fine, but ultimately, you got to do what you got to do for your family. That's the situation we're in. I think I'm going to be able to shoot the wolf. I think I might not have the precision of shooting the eye. Not that it needs to be shot in the eye, but I think I'm going to get the wolf. And I think I'm then passing through all the way, like pass and go. On my
collection, your £200.
And I'm getting all the way through to Sprinkle. I'm getting all the way to the trials, I think, at that point.
So you're not using your jail free pass to get through that. Whereas I think I would. I don't think for me, so much a moral challenge. I think it's more, I'm incapable, like ability wise. I think the only way I am getting past that is using my luck and delusion card for that. And if I then went home and a sexy man, and I am saying sexy man because this poor girl has been deprived of men by the sounds of it her entire life, so you would think anything is sexy, even a blonde man with long hair. So I'm going, do you know what, I'm seeing it as like I've won them competitions that won a holiday, because I'm sick of providing for this lot, and if they're not looking for themselves,
so true.
I'm taking my chance in Prithian, unfortunately.
She actually has it relatively dreamy, to be fair, when she's in the Sprinkle, doesn't she? Like, food on tap, she gets dressed by somebody, by Alice, like, two dreamy men, she gets to go out horse riding, and she's just chilling.
I can say one way I am cheating to an extent, okay, on a level, where I don't have to do the trials. Like, I don't get to that point and then I am fine, even with using my delusion and luck already. I just admit that I loved him. I just say it, and then it's all, the spell's broke.
Yeah, fairs, but she doesn't know that though, does she?
No, but I think I would just be, I've been drowned of affection my entire life.
What I would say is, I think I would have, I agree, I would have passed that test quicker than Feyre, because when she was getting in the carriage and he was trying to say I love you, I'd have said it there.
Yeah.
I was screaming at my book when she didn't say
right.
I love you back. Because why wouldn't you?
I honestly, hand in heart, if it was me,
I think I'd have thought like we'd have saved the world before, or we needed
Yeah.
it before it even got to the trials. But
we wouldn't have met Reese and.
we wouldn't have met Reese. And for sake of arguments, let's just take it as we're doing the story of the book. So we get to
Stop being difficult, Jonah.
we go under the mountain. We're there. We're gonna save our Tam.
Oh gosh, that's not nice.
Well, we've got to, because we're under the delusion that Tamlin is the one for us. Obviously, we are put to our rights when we meet Reese, but right now we're after Tamlin. We get under the mountain. We meet Amarantha. She says we've got to do these 3 trials.
Yeah.
Or we have to solve a riddle, which we can solve at any point, and the curse will be lifted immediately. You're getting through the trials. Are you working the riddle out? What's your situation here? Because I know what mine is, but I'll let you take the floor first.
I think reading would be fine. We're all
naturally we are literate.
Experts. We are born for that, so no props.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got trial 2 down.
Yes.
But you've got to get over trial 1 first.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the other 2 and then come back to the one that I don't. Stop.
The one that you wouldn't get through.
Obviously, I'm not getting past the worm. Okay. Let me have my fun. So yeah, obviously we'll come back to trial 1. I'm born for trial 2, and I really wanted to say that because there's not many I am going to be born for in these situations.
Yeah.
And the 3rd one, I understand the moral dilemma, but if it's me or them, and it's my family or them, and Tamlin's just going to sit polishing his nails, then I am going to do it, unfortunately. Like, it's dog-eat-dog world, and I am going to channel my inner harder. I think if that much is on the line, then if it's your life on the line, absolutely. So the problem being for me is the worm. I don't think I have the strategic brain in a panic situation to come up with a cohesive strategy of I'm going to lure it across the bones. Like, I don't think in the split at the moment I'm lasting long enough to form a cohesive thought with that. Like, the people betting on me, it wouldn't even be entertaining. Like, everyone
would be losing his bet.
Yeah, and everyone would just be staring going, that was not even entertaining, it was pathetic and offensive to watch. So, I don't think I'm going to pass that unless I can solve the riddle.
Which I agree with, and that is where I fall short. So I would also fall at the first trial. I wouldn't be covering myself in the you-know-what that Feyre covered herself in. I wouldn't have the strategic brain to lure the worm and kill it. So I would fall short at the worm would eat me. I also wouldn't be able to work out the riddle. I know this for a fact because I couldn't work it out when I was reading the book. George can't remember it, so I'm going to get it up now, and we're going to actually find out if George would get through the riddle and get to book 2.
Let's see.
There are those who seek me a lifetime, but never we meet, and those I kiss, but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet.
Right, go again. I'm processing.
There are those who seek me a lifetime, but we never meet, and those I kiss, but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet. While George is processing this, I would also like to caveat that Georgia is a quick reader and sometimes skims, and I read in the depth. So if I can't get it, and I literally read pages over and over again until I've got something clear in my brain, there's a lack of faith here for Gio.
You might have to come back in 2 to 3 working days. God.
No, do you want another guess? I'll give you best of 3.
It's hot. Ungrateful feet.
Or do you just want me to put out your misery? No, hon.
Climb better. I don't know.
No, it was love. So she also wouldn't be making it to book 2.
Love? I don't think that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Yeah. So it's those who wish for me. I'm going to have to get it back up again now because I can't even remember.
I'm challenging the answer, please. I want a second opinion.
There are those who seek me in a lifetime but we never meet. So those who look for love but it never happens for them. And those I kiss but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet. So those people who have love but throw it away.
Right, okay.
Or could have love and don't want it.
Okay.
It seems so obvious to me because obviously it's a romance.
Right.
It was always going to be love.
Yeah.
It was always going to be something like that.
Right.
I didn't have the foresight, neither did
I
Georgia.
feel like I must have skipped that chance for the talk. Well, yeah, I guess let us know if you guessed the riddle.
Yeah, did you guess
I'm
the
very
riddle?
interested to see the amount
Would
of
you get to
people.
book 2?
Yeah, because if I did get to book 2, there's no way I'm getting past the Weaver's Cottage, which is just a sick joke.
Categorically no.
Earning my wedding ring or engagement ring,
God, absolutely not.
He's messed up there. Sending me and he's really overestimated my abilities.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let us know how far you get. I wonder if anyone thinks they would get all the way, or certainly through book 2. Let us know. But
yeah, we've got to have some serious skill set to get through the Weaver's Cottage.
We want current reads, I guess, right?
Yeah, I've gone through my current reads. I have 2 books. And
You're
I've gone
allowed.
Sorry. I don't care how impassioned either of us are as readers. How can anybody have more than 2 books on the go at one time?
I've got 3. I did the Storygraph read every day in January, and for some reason I just started to read different projects alongside each other, and I think because I'm doing TikTok and stuff, I have set structure of I need to read a thriller, I need to read a contemporary, and I want to read 2 romantasies a week, so that's my favourite. So this one I touched on earlier, but in an earlier video I did show them, but I didn't say anything about it. Yeah, it's about a goddess falling in love with a mortal. And
Immortal Man. Don't give me any spoilers in case I read it.
no, I'm not. I generally don't have anything to spoil, to be quite honest. That's all I can really fathom on it. What I would say about Rebecca Ross as an author that I've got from the small amount I've read.
Evidently she's not that interesting. Sorry, Rebecca.
Savage. I only started it on Thursday.
You're like nearly halfway through.
You're slagging her off. You didn't even let me finish my thought. Have you read this? Like, obviously not very interested, Rebecca. Alright, I'm going to start.
Well, if nothing's happened that you can spoil if you're nearly halfway through.
You just told me not to spoil it.
Yeah, but you said there's nothing you even can spoil.
I'm pretty limited on what I can say. No, to be fair, there is a whole lot of nothing going on currently, to be fair. I just think, so she has a very beautiful writing style, which I felt very allured to at first. The first couple of chapters I thought, oh, the world building's feeling pretty smooth, like, wrote really beautifully in ways that it's very descriptive, so I felt it how you normally feel. It's a bit much. However, I think the appeal of beautiful writing only lasts so long, and then you're kind of like, we don't need to be so descriptive about a conversation, and it's beginning to get a bit fatiguing, and it's at the point it's so descriptive. I'm going back and I'm being like, well, what actually happened? How have we got here? Yeah. And I mean, you might be fine. Professed skin reader, bruising the pudding, but it's catching up with me on it. And I also think the pacing is weird. It's like it will really pick up and you think, oh, I'm with it now, like I'm in it, and then for some reason it just slows right back down, and then you kind of like tumbleweed in it again. So I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not, and I'm nearly halfway, so I don't know if that kind of means I'm maybe not loving it, but then some parts I'm really in. So we'll have to come back and see how we get on with that.
Is it a multi-book series?
I think this is a standalone prequel, because it's Divine Rivals is the actual series, and this is like a prequel, but I've not read Divine Rivals, so I think that might be part of the problem. Although I have seen on TikTok people say that you don't actually have to have read Divine Rivals. You could read this and then go on to Divine Rivals after they actually say that's probably the best way, if you haven't already read it. So we'll see how we get on with this one, but that's one of my current reads. That's my romantasy one. And then actually, if you can grab the Everlasting as well, actually, because I will talk. I've not started that, but I'll talk about why I'm nervous. So this is my other one. It's a Chris Carter, and I read these when I was a teenager, and they played on my mind a little bit too much. So I went off thrillers for a long time because they were a bit too scary. But after speaking with you, we've come up with an approach that might mean I can read them again. You have got a rec for me that's Mark Billingham Bloodlines that you've kindly brought for me to read, and you've admitted it's quite scary for a scaredy cats over here. So I'm going to do the approach I've been doing with this one. It's a slower approach, but reading a couple of chapters in the morning, I've already chipped away in a week and a half, a little bit of progress. It's kind of like a Criminal Minds CSI thing. It's Serial and Aliba's cat and mouse. Like the detectives are onto them. They are kind of making it look like, I don't want to say the word, kind of like you've unalived yourself. Yeah. And it's obviously not getting past these guys because they are really good. Is it like a series? It's called the Hunt series, but I've never read them in order. You can kind of pick up any. So I am enjoying it, but this, I don't know if it's only because I'm reading 2 chapters in the morning, but it doesn't have the 5-star feels I remember them having when I was a teenager. That's the other current read that I'm reading, but I just want to briefly talk about this one, interestingly, because we'll probably come back to this at some point, and I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts. So have you heard of this book?
No, but I'd also like to point out Alex with an I.
Oh my god, I was ripping Lisa Jewell for Alex with an I, and I've gone and bought a book of an Alex with an I. What a hypocrite. I didn't even notice that, you know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I won't like it after all. So I've not started reading this one, but how nice for a fantasy book, by the way, like 300 pages. Yes, please. Yeah. I've seen a lot of good reviews from trusted TikTokers on this one. Okay. Which is why I've bought it. However, this is fantasy with romance, not romantasy. So, yeah, I'm nervous about this. I'm kind of interested to hear, before we delve into this, because I'll give it to you to read it. What the Romantasy gals thought of this. Was it devourable? Because at the back it says a legend, a lie, a love story, but then I don't like the word love story. Yeah, I'm really not comfortable with that. That makes me think
we're not getting a happy ending.
And as you well know, I love a happy ever after. We'll see how I get on and how you also get on. I think we could both do a current reads on our thoughts on this one because it's a bit interesting. We don't know where we'll fall, but I'm also scared because it's time travel, and I'm not big on, well, I don't know why I bought this book because I'm not big on time travel and I'm not big on fantasy romance.
You're not big on Alex's with eyes.
This is a red flag. This is a walking red flag. But I trust the TikTokers that have recommended it. Yeah. And they were saying how amazing it is. So sometimes you've got to take a punt, but I want to set expectations early. So please let us know in the comments if you've read this, where should we set our expectations as romantasy girlies, really? And we will come back to you later down the line, I guess, with updates on it. And this is the last of the batch recordings.
Yeah. Batch recording will be next time.
You'll be getting drag fed this, the magic of this, really. Yeah. But this is the last time, hopefully, we don't have a small author shout out, because by the next time we come to...
We hope we have a small author shout out.
But we will keep plugging it until we find the small authors that want a platform.
Small author that wants a shout out.
Yeah, and if you know an author who is writing a book or is just finished a book and they want a platform to put their book on, let them know about us. We're happy to hear from them. So yeah, it is contact us at email at
paperbackconfessions@gmail.com.
Anyway, thanks for listening. We hope to hear lots of engagement, lots of comments. We promise to anyone that writes in, we will talk about what you've said, whatever it is, as long as it's not unhinged to the point we need to censor
More
it.
unhinged than morally grey Georgia over here.
Master manipulator. Well, thanks for listening and thanks for getting this far. Yeah.